Whoa, how's everybody doing? This is your humble host, D Nostradamus, aka Derek, here for Wrestle Cram. I'm here to help you out or whatnot, so you don't have to. How about that? We have an AEW Dynamite review to do. But before we do all it, let's do some spring cleaning. Okay, Thursday we will have a my 2 cent episode one of my 2 cent. Okay, I got it all taken care of. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be beautiful. It is going to be Instagram. It's gonna be on Instagram. It's gonna be on here too. But I'm gonna give you my Instagram information when the 2 cent comes out, so you can watch it either on YouTube or you can watch it on Instagram. I'm trying to be Instagram famous too. Instagram famous. Okay, so here. Okay, so I was off today at work. My main job. I was off today, and I was doing my grown up duties, and I I like Silk Sonic. If you don't know who Silk Sonic is, I don't know where you're from. You must be from somewhere in Antarctica or somewhere that does not get any somewhere. I don't get it. It's only 3 songs that I listen to with Silk Sonic. But I work out a lot, and most of my workout music is jazz, old school music, things like that. And I got another song from the Silk Sonic CD that I fell in love with, times 12. So what I did, since I love Silk Sonic so much, hold on. I bought the CD. I bought the CD. I literally bought the CD. I love Silk Sonic with a passion. It is. I don't know why I like Silk Sonic. I mean, probably because I'm a huge funk, disco, old school R&B type person, and of course I like hard copies of anything or whatnot. If you look at my collection of video games, I try not to buy the online stuff. I will try my hardest to get hard copies of pretty much anything. Um, and I swear, before all things holy, I listened to that CD all day. I got into my car intentionally just to drive around with my music blasting and listening to Silk Sonic. That's exactly what I did. There's a reason why, boys and girls, that this is not for children, and I always put before I put, I do the uploads. This is not for children. If you, a lot of people know that I do write stand up as well. I am a stand up comedian, and hopefully eventually I will go back and do some stand up as well. So, eventually this is gonna get a little bit more non PG. Right now I am doing PG, a lot of PG. I'm trying to be friendly, but a lot of my jokes are going to be really dirty. All right. And I will tell you, one of the songs on here that I fell in love with, a lot of people know Smoking Out the Window, and of course, Skate, and of course, Door Open, Leave the Door Open. Those three are usually on the radio. But there's one that I guarantee is not going to be on radio or whatnot. You're talking to a guy who's never smoked in his life, who's never drank in his life, never done drugs in his life. But I will say this. Track 9 is so good, it makes you want to try whatever the heck they were trying. I don't know what they were doing, but I want to do what they were doing on track 9. How about that? Man, that song is so good. It's called Blast Off. I tell you, if you have not heard it, look it up. It is a great song. I was blasting that song more than any other song on that CD. Shouts out to Silk Sonic. They are awesome. They are awesome. I love that. But Other than that, let's pick that up, put it to the side, and let's talk about the review or whatnot. In a whole, I will tell you this. I'm starting to realize that if I put a lot of notes into my reviews, it's not that good. It's not that good. I will say this: the main event, great. Opener, great. Middle, bad. I was like, oh, it was a chore, literally a chore to get through the middle. It is, I mean, wow. It was a chore. The women's division needs to get better. I mean, if I have any gripe with AEW, is that shorten your matches, number one, because your matches are really long. Now, do I like good matches? I love good matches. I love bad matches. But I will say this, and I agree with one of the greatest podcasters on wrestling known to man. These are my gods. I pray to them. Hopefully they will show me some love as well eventually. But going in Raw, Steven Larson, they say it perfectly. I like good matches. I like bad matches. But I hate boring matches. Boring matches are just the pinnacle of ripping your hair out. And I have a lot of hair or whatnot. It was just, I mean, these matches were just long and boring and just, it was just, my head was trying to explode because I took so many notes and I don't think I should have did that many notes. Like, I was like, when I got to the end, to the main event, which is Sammy Gavor and Scorpio Sky, that match was so good that I was drained from the other matches. And you shouldn't be like that. Kenny Omega, I love you to death. You're one of the greatest wrestlers out there. You are over the women's division. I need you to try to find somebody. I don't know who it is, but we need to find somebody else to take that off of your hands so we can get a better women's division. That division is horrible. I'm sorry. I'm turning into Jim Cornette right now, who I love and respect, but goodness gracious, it is bad. It is bad. It's not good. I got water now, so, you know. Yeah, Steelers. We got we actually had the whatever's as well, but we had the draft. No, draft tomorrow. I'm sorry, draft tomorrow. Go Steelers. So I have this one. I have this one, which has my name on it, Steelers. And you know, you're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me, but we're gonna show this as well. I have an Houston Astros, which is my favorite baseball team as well. We'll be using both of those as well. To, you know, keep some water in there, you know, do things like that. But, you know, it was a bad sandwich. The first match was good. The last match was good. The middle was bad. Well, I'll say this. The middle wasn't bad. It was, well, how about we just get into the review? So, the first match, well, at first you get CM Punk. CM Punk comes out. He's the fourth commentator. So he comes out. He talks about, you know, the two opponents, which are FTR, which is Dash and Cash, or Dak and Cash or whatnot. they're fighting against each other in the Owen Hart Foundation tournament or whatnot. It was a good match. It was a real good match, hands down good match. So they start giving each other a nice arm. Well, let me take that back. I'm sorry. They're both giving each other nice wrist attacks or whatnot. They're doing their little flippity floppities or whatnot. They both get out of them. Nice arm and neck takedown by Dak on Cash. We get both. They both give handshakes. They both show love. Pretty much, this match is showing that I'm better than you. You're better than me. But we're both gonna cohabitate together. It was a good match. So, during the match, he oh my god, it was funny because what happens is Cash goes to the turnbuckle and Dak does a thumb rake to the eye, a thumb poke to the eye, and Cash wasn't feeling it. He wasn't feeling it at all. He was mad. They pushing each other. It's like, the love kind of fades away a little bit. And so nice little dirty tactics or whatnot. So the crowd kind of goes, ooh. So Cash punches Dak. That looks like a nice little knee to the midsection by Cash. Irish whip, body tackle to the midsection by Cash again. They are doing some chops, nice chops by Cash. Next one was a takedown. He goes into he inverts it to a sleeper hold. They both get up. Dax put Cash in on the top rope or whatnot, and does a nasty chop off the top rope. Nasty chop. Pretty nice chop. And he does also a beautiful, crisp suplex off the top rope. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Both men are down, of course. And what happens is in the attempt, he does a dive. He gets, Dax gets up first. He gets on the top rope. He attempts to do, my apologies. I'm sorry. Did you forgive me? Okay. So, takes, everybody. We build it as we go. How about that? We build it as we go. So, he gets on the top rope and he does he attempts to do a diving headbutt. Cash does get out the way. I'm talking about face plant central. All right, so Cash throws Dak back to they go outside the ring, and he tries to attempt to do a baseball slide outside of the ring. Cash he falls out. Cash throws Dak back in the ring, tries to do it, but before they go back in the ring, he's grabbing his knee. He's grabbing that knee really, really, really hard. So we already know that the story is going to take place where his knee is acting up or whatnot. Cash goes into a bear hug and starts doing throwing. They're both throwing elbows at each other. I mean, you can tell that they're tired, so they're going back and forth. Or whatnot. This is where these chops are getting really, really hard and turning chests into hamburger meat, y'all. He starts doing nice. I really have not seen a FTR match. Not even when they were on WWE, because I really wasn't watching at the time. So I'm looking at their one-on-ones. I'm guessing Cash is the only one that has done a one-on-one match. I think Dak was actually injured. If you look, he has a knee brace, so I'm guessing he's having issues with that leg right there. Um, After that, they go. They're working that knee, but Dak at the end of the match, Dak realizes that the knee is hurting, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this sharpshooter. But he's like, no, this is my partner. We got to make sure that we're good. So he hesitates. Cash grabs him, does a small package, but he inverts it, and Dak still wins that match. 1, 2, 3, good match, really good match. Um, and at the end of that match, they announce at double or nothing, that CM Punk will be facing Hangman Page at Double or Nothing. So the main event will be CM Punk versus Hangman Page. That's going to be an interesting match. Can't wait. The main event, of course, is Scorpio Sky versus Sammy Gavor in a ladder match. So we first get Scorpio Sky talking about that. He only had two matches, and he wants that belt back. He wants to be the reigning champion there. After that, we get a trios match. I don't know. Trust me, it's coming, y'all. We're getting a trios belt. I promise you, we're getting a trio belt because they're steady talking about trios in the commentary team. Excalibur is continuously talking about these trios, so I guarantee we get a trios. So we get Daniel Bryan, Wheeler Yuma, and John Moxley. Sorry, versus QT Marshall, Nick. Is it? I'm not gonna even try to. I destroyed that name, and Aaron Solo. So that match, I will tell y'all like this. I'm not the biggest fan of taking notes of trios, 8-man, 10-man. I'm not a big fan of those. So I try to put like the middle in it, and then I'll put the ending. So what happened was at the beginning of the match, pretty much the Blackpool Fight Club attacks the other team. They clear house. They're in Philadelphia, and the hometown boy, of course, is Wheeler Yuma. So he's the hometown favorite, and this Nick guy who is, he's a big sturdy guy. He's a hoss. He's a hoss, man. So what they're doing is they are literally keeping Wheeler they're keeping him away from everybody. They are working him day in, day out. They're tagging. Everybody's getting their stuff in on Wheeler. Eventually, Moxley gets entirely upset. He kicks Solo because Solo is actually putting a rest hold on Wheeler. He gets mad. So Solo attacks Moxley. Moxley falls out of the ring. The only person left for Wheeler to tag in is Bryan Danielson. So he actually tags in Danielson. Finally, he's the freshest person because he's the only person that never got tagged in. So he's the freshest person there. He's getting his stuff in. And what happens is at the very end, the big hoss Nick is he does a really Wheeler does a really nice inverted baseball slide and pins to win the match. They show much love for one another. And once again, the commentators are just talking about, trios. So I guarantee we're going to get a trios champion eventually. We're gonna get those belts pretty soon. So once again, I'm telling you, I have a lot of notes, and these notes, I mean, just bear with me, y'all. I'm sorry. So, now we get another interview, and I thought that AEW doesn't do this, but apparently they do it as well. And they're beating the horse, beating a dead horse. They already did a interview with Tony Storm, Jana Hertz, and Britt Baker, DMT. And now, what happened was with this one, this was a different one because Ruby Soho comes out, who I really love. I love Ruby Soho with a passion. So I think she's advanced as well. And she comes in the defense of Tony Storm, where they're talking about how they're bullying her because she's from WWE, all that, and that's what then it. That's it. That's pretty much it. They leave, and Ruby says, "Hey, they told you to leave, but they left." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Sure, okay, whatever." So you can tell that Christian Cage is going to leave Jurassic Express pretty soon. You can tell that. I think Christian is going to do a complete heel turn eventually. So, what happened is that Christian Cage called Jungle Boy a loser because he did lose his match, his own Hearts qualifying match, foundation match last week, and he called him a loser. But he said put that belt on your shoulder because you're still the champion or whatnot. We're gonna get over it. We're gonna get over it. So what's gonna happen is any ranking team from 5 and up, we're going to give you a chance to become give you a title shot. Out comes Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. They accept the challenge, and we go to the next match, which is, what? I take that back. I did say that there was some bad matches in the middle. I truly like Wardlow. I think Wardlow will be a champion pretty soon. Wardlow is a dog. I'm telling you, this dude is about 290, and he works like a luchador. Like, this dude is very fast, very strong. I love everything about Wardlow. So before the match or whatnot, we get MJF. He's hounding Philadelphia, of course. He says, "What is a woman's birth control in Philly?" I think he says a woman's personality. I was like, "Oh, okay." That was I guess we have Happy Corbin here too. I don't get it, but I'm an MJF fan, but that was corny. That was truly corny. So we get Lance Archer and Wardlow. It was a pretty good match. Before now, Wardlow still has the stipulation where he doesn't get an intro and he's still handcuffed before he gets in the ring. So all the security is surrounding him, and they take the braces off, and out of nowhere, Lance does a somersault onto everybody outside the ring, knocking everybody out. He grabs Wardlow, throws him into the ring, and they do a nice comp. What happens is Wardlow does get his composure back. He does some nice combinations, and he pretty much knocks Lance Archer out into the turnbuckle. He tries to do an attempt. He tries to do a powerball attempt. He reverses. Lance Archer tries to do a choke slam. He reverses that. He tries to do a claw submission and reverses that as well. Both men Irish whips, and they both knock each other out with clotheslines, so they're both down. They both they both get up. They're both kind of winded. They're both giving each other haymakers. I'm talking about this is a true Hoss match. They are both giving each other the total two pieces. Hold the bacon, hold the bacon, hold the biscuits, hold all of it. They're holding all of it. Pretty good. They're going back and forth. So what happens is he uses his arm. He grabs his arm and does an old school, which is, if you know what old school is, the Undertaker does. He gets on the top rope and he walks the top rope and he does like an arm thing. Now here's the thing with his arm school, with Lance Archer's old school. He does an old school and then he does like a nice little flip or whatnot onto Wardlow. Pretty cool. Does a choke slam on him as well. He pins him. He kicks out. Archer does his signature move, which is that blackout, which is that nice little Razor Ramon Razor's Edge. He kicks out, which is, well, he pulls him to the side like this. He lays on him, and he reverses it and the Wardlow reverses it and does his own pin, which he kicks out as well. After that, Wardlow is just giving it to him, and Wardlow does that powerbomb symphony, which is 3 power bombs, but he wasn't done. He did one more powerbomb on Archer, 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course, Wardlow wins. It was a really good match. I will say that. Another promo I wasn't feeling was the Jericho Appreciation Society promo. They promised Tony Khan that there would not be any physicality tonight. So what Chris Jericho has informed Ortiz, I forgot the other guy's name. Comment what the other LAX is. Member is, I forgot his name. But and Eddie Kingston. So it was Eddie Kingston and LAX in there, and he wanted an apology. He's like, I want my apology. This isn't cool. And I'm gonna put a hit out on each and every one of y'all or whatnot. Now Kingston, he has a mouth on him, so he was like, when you try to do, when you say you're gonna do hits, you're trying to take people out. I'm gonna try to take you out because you're not serious about what you're talking about. So they all leave. That was it, because they couldn't attack each other. It was no attacking at all during the segment. Now, of course, the main event again is that ladder match. So we get a Sammy Gavor promo, which was truly lame. Oh my god! I hope he does not get Xbox. I hope that he does not get a go home heat. I just hope. Thai content. I mean, like, it was just, okay. So, just cringe. I'm sorry, just cringe. The match that I could not stand was the Philly Street fight against Selena Dees and Shida. Oh my god. When I tell you this match was so boring, like, I literally have so much notes on this, and when Shida did, I think she did something, the crowd was dead. Like, you could tell the crowd was dead, and I was like. I was so mad. I hit like the table because I'm like, could y'all finish this match, please? Finish, for the love of the wrestling gods, please Please get over with this. So what happened is the storyline pretty much is Sheeta knee is acting up. They had 5 matches apparently. This is the actual rubber match done over with. Um, so apparently Sheeta's knee is just acting up on her. And Deez is literally working the knee the entire match. And I mean, there's a lot of chair shots to the back, and there is too much kendo stick in this match. There's more kendo. I mean, there's more kendo stick in this match than there were in old school hardcore matches. That's how much kendo was in this match. So pretty much, she does at the end of the match, Deeds does a Texas Cloverleaf homage to the great Dean Malenko, I think, who is a trainer or a producer, want something with AEW. She does a Texas Clover. It was a beautiful Texas Cloverleaf, but I was so happy this match was over with. Ashita taps out. Selena Deeds win. Thank goodness. Match over. Next. Oh my god. So MJF gets gets the promo where he's a little upset, and he called, the gimmick is he's very rich. So he Spears gives him the phone, and he asks somebody, do you want to make 6 figures in one batch? And he says, well, your next opponent is somebody that you can't teach that. Big Cass. That's pretty much what it was with Big Cass. Big Cass. So we get a House of Black little promo where Senor del Sol is literally a corpse on the stage, and they're talking about it's a gentleman in the ring where, like, we told you to leave Del Sol alone. We told you to leave this guy alone. Now you're gonna face the wrath of everybody else. So out comes Pentagon Jr. and Bastard Pac, and in the ring, believe it or not, is Ray Phoenix. So he was in a little coat or whatnot. He takes the coat off. It's Ray Phoenix. They literally clear house. Now we actually have, Death Triangle back. Can't wait. It's gonna be great or whatnot. So after that, we get a Strickland. We get a Swerve Strickland and Darby Allin promo, because they're going to be fighting on Rampage Friday in the Owen Hart tournament as well. And they're just talking about they're not. He said we're friends, but we're not really friends. We're just people that have been in the same company, But this is Swerve's company, and Darby's like, no, I've been here since day one, so I think it's mine. So I think they have love for one another, but it is what it is. Whoever wins this match gets they become #1 contender for the AEW Championship. I'm thinking. I don't know. In the comments, let me know. I might be wrong. In the comments, let me know. After that, we get a 10-man tag. We get the Undisputed Era versus, oh my goodness, Dante Martin, the Varsity Blondes, Lee Johnson, and Brock Anderson. It was an okay match. What happens is the heels attack the faces, clearing the ring, and they're like, "Yay, we're the heels, we're winning." And after that, they fall back because Oh my god, I love Dante Martin. I love Lee Johnson. I don't know these people that well. I have seen Dante Martin last Monday, and he was acting a fool, flippity floppity, all sorts of stuff. I think of it as a Daniel Bourne. I mean, it was. I mean, Evan Bourne. I said Daniel Bourne, Evan Bourne. Uh, but championship material or whatnot, some type of champion. Um, and I see Lee Johnson. They clear the ring as well, knocking all the heels out of the ring. And what happened is that Undisputed Era goes and huddles, trying to figure out what happened. Why didn't they what's going on? So they rehuddle, they regroup, they all get back together. At the end of the match, they do a four-way BTE trigger, and um, Adam Cole does his nice little knee to the back of the head on Lee Johnson. 1, 2, 3. They win. And what at the end of the match, what happens is they give the Young Bucks that brand new shirt they have. You can buy that on AEW.com. It's an undisputed. It's a what is it called? A undisputed elite shirt or whatnot. And I guess you can buy it on AEW.com. So, now we get a little video package in the parking lot or in the garage where the Jericho Appreciation Society is beating the living crap out of LAX and of course Eddie Kingston. They have Eddie Kingston held up and they throw a fireball in his face. Apparently that blinds him. We don't know what happens after that. They run off. And that was the done of that. So we're gonna find out what happened. Hopefully Friday, get some type of package or update on what's going on there. We're getting another match for the uh, Ring of Honor television title, which Samoan Joe has. He is going to be facing Trent Beretta, part of the Best Friends. They just had a little video package where I'm not seeing the best chops from Samoa right now, Samoa Joe. But we'll see the match. Hopefully, it's a good match. It's a Samoa Joe. So I mean, Samoa Joe's awesome. That's gonna be Friday. And after that, we actually get the main event, which was actually pretty good. Hands down, it was really good. I actually logged out. So what happened is most of the match is actually in the outside. So Scorpio Sky comes out. That we get Sammy Gavor with they make out on the stage. Cringe. Just cringe. And Scorpio goes to him and they start fighting. They giving each other a lot of nice back and forths. And what happens is that Scorpio Scorpio goes up to the ramp because he knocks him all the way down, kind of stuns him. He goes up to the ramp. He gets Sammy's gear, grabs it, and just throws it over there. Like he throws it as far away as he can because the ladder is in the front of the ramp. So he grabs the ladder, takes it to tries to attempt to take it into the ring. Sammy gets in the ring, try to do a baseball slide onto the ladder. Scorpio lifts it up. He slides out. he runs back and clotheslining Sammy with the ladder itself. Now, oh my god, it was so. What happened was they got in the ring and they finally get the ladder in the ring as well. This is the high ladder. Um and Sammy goes all the way to the top and he does a really nasty flip off of really nasty flip off the ladder, and he really didn't get with Scorpio. He kind of hit the ring, and it was just nasty. So they go into a commercial, but they do picture in picture, and pretty much throughout that entire picture in picture, Sammy is on the ground. You know, they got reps out there. They're asking him, you know, is he okay? And I don't know if he's selling it, but man, it was pretty nasty. So Scorpio, he's like he flicks him off, and he grabs the ladder and attempts to go to the top. Sammy pushes the ladder. He falls, and you know, kayfabe and me would have been like, let me get the ladder back, go up and get my belt. He doesn't do that. He goes, he goes and gets a small ladder or whatnot, and they puts it on the side. He Scorpio attempts to try to get the belt again. Sammy does a leap off of the small ladder, and Scorpio does a cutter. He catches him and does a cutter, and they fall to the ground. It was a nice little segment right there. He does actually catch him this go around, and they're both on the ground. So what else happens is Sammy goes to the ring, goes inside the ring again, and there is no, Sammy doesn't do that. It's actually Scorpio Sky, because he does the cutter. He's still kind of stunned. So Scorpio goes outside and grabs a ladder that is covered in barbed wire. It's good as mine. So what Scorpio tries to do is he tries to do he lifts him up, tries to throw him onto the ladder. Sammy does a stand alone Spanish fly and puts Scorpio Sky onto the barbed wire. It was sick. It was really good. I will admit that was a pretty good match. I mean, it was a pretty good little segment right there. So, Ty is in a Ty is trying to see, comes into the ring, shows love, and oh god, it was very crazy. Dan Lambert comes out, and Dan Lambert's checking on his guy, so Sammy comes, grabs Dan Lambert, and turns him around, and Ty gives him the biggest kick in the jewels that you could ever see or whatnot. But out comes Paige, and they start fighting. They start doing their little thing or whatnot. And what happens is that they're doing their thing on one side. Scorpio and Sammy's doing their thing on one side. And Sammy knocks Scorpio to the ground. Ty knocks Paige to the ground. They come together. They do the kissy wissy stuff. Yeah. So, they get their composures. Scorpio gets on one side of, well, what happens is Sammy puts the barbed wire ladder onto the ropes, and they start climbing the ropes together. I mean, they start climbing the big ladder, and Ty is on Scorpio's back, and Paige is on Sammy's back. So they go all the way to the top, and the women start fighting. They start fighting. They fall to the ground. They both give each other roundhouse kicks. They both knock each other out. Sammy knocks Scorpio to the ground, and he's up there by himself. He's just, so he gets Scorpio gets back up, and Sammy gives Sammy gives Scorpio the finger. Scorpio bites his finger or whatnot, and I mean it's crazy. But Sammy still maintain composure, knocks him down again. And in my thought process, I'm like, I would get the belt. But, he's taunting, hey, I'm going to win. And the barbed wire ladder is on Sammy's side. So what Scorpio does is he just lifts he tilts the big ladder which Sammy is on. Sammy falls onto the ladder with the barbed wire. He's down. So Scorpio gets back up and goes for the belt. Sammy does a beautiful leapfrog catapult from the turnbuckle back onto the ladder where they are fighting again, but Scorpio actually gets the best of them, knocks Sammy to the ground for the last time, and Scorpio is now your two-time TNT champion. Great match. I guarantee now, since Frank Kazarian did say that he wants dibs on that, so now we're going to get probably a great match between Frank Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. They're all out. They're all showing love. Fade to black. That's it. Once again, I'm going to complain about the women's division. It is what it is. We're going to have to do better with that. That match was so boring and so extremely long, it made no sense. I understand when the fans are saying that we need more women on the card. My thing is WWE does it better because those matches are shorter, but the women can actually wrestle better or whatnot. I'm not disrespecting anybody over there on AEW because I've seen some really great matches when it came to women or whatnot. I can Britt versus the current champion now. That was a good match. Ruby Soho versus Britt. Ruby Soho has some pretty good matches. Anything with pretty much with Ruby Soho on there. But man, it's I don't know how to fix it. Do we and I've said relieve Kenny Omega from that. I mean, Daniel Bryan's doing a great job with Jade Cargill, just by himself. Now, I don't know if when he was not, a in-ring performer, was he actually the booker when he was with SmackDown, when he was the commissioner? I don't know, but at that time when he was the commissioner, that was great product. That was great what he was doing over there in SmackDown a long time ago. Um, I don't know how to fix it. I just don't know how to fix it. But but excuse me. But we need to see what we can do or whatnot. I don't know. But the main event was good. The beginning was good. The 10-man tag was okay. The trios were okay. I would love to see what House of Black does against the actual the fully healed Death Triangle now, since we have Death Triangle. Um, I'm can't wait until Friday. Um, to me, it's looking like Rampage is better than Dynamite, and Dynamite's supposed to be the premier show. Um, and I look at a lot of wrestling podcasts, and usually, we're praising Rampage and we're crapping on Raw and SmackDown. Believe it or not, at the beginning of the week, Raw is killing right now. Raw is killing right now. The best match right now, in this week, to me, I would say it's probably um, the main event on Raw, which was that 10, was it 10, yeah, that 10-man tag or whatnot. Everybody got their stuff in. It was a really good match. You had mostly everybody in there world champions. It was a great match. Um, Dynamite was it was a chore to watch. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a chore to watch. But, they're all not gonna be jewels. They're all not gonna be diamonds. You know, um, I'm still kind of a dynamite. I'm still a AEW. I'm still a bigger AEW fan than I am um, Raw or anything with WWE. Um, but I mean, it is what it is. I respect all the wrestlers, even though it was in. I respect all the wrestlers. I respect all the bookers. I respect all the writers. I respect everybody, because without one thing, all of it falls apart. So that's it for me today with the AEW review. Thursday, once again, we will have a first episode of My Two Cent. And if you don't know, I will say again, the first episode will be about why it should be only one world champion and one set of tag team champions. Hear my take, and if you like it, like, share, and subscribe. Um, Make sure you hit that notification bell. Hit all, and that's it. I mean, we're getting there. We're doing what we got to do, um, and hopefully we can, you know, rock it till the wheels fall off. Just like I said, we're gonna, and I also have a video coming soon where I tell you why I want to do this. I have a lot of people I want to give shout outs to, um, and much love to a lot of people. Some people you might not like, some people I know you probably will like, but you know, we'll take that, we'll cross that road when we can. I hopefully I'll have that out Thursday as well, hopefully. But until then, love, peace, and of course, wrestling.